Whoa. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 44 of the Wheels and Wings podcast.
Finally,
we're so back, baby.
it's echoey, isn't it?
It does echo a bit in here. I'm told the echoing's going to reduce a lot once I've got the rest of the cars in, once I've got all the toolboxes. Because at the moment, there's nothing at our level straight up to the wall, but there'll be loads of toolboxes, there'll be walls over there where you have different areas and stuff are, so it should be a lot better.
And the mezzanine pool level when that's in.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be really good. Right, let me just try and...
What an amazing place.
Oh, is that better? Can you hear me now? Ooh.
I think we need to christen it with some cheap American beer.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Oh, that is actually really lovely.
PBR, amazing.
What a workshop. It's absolutely amazing.
It's all right, isn't it? It's pretty good.
Really good. What good idea to do a podcast in here.
It's a little bit chilly though, isn't it?
It's all right, isn't it?
It's going to get warmer. It is January. But it is pretty cool in here, isn't it?
Really cool. It's amazing.
We've got so much more to do to make it like how I need it to be. But even in the short period of time I've had it, I'm working from here now. I've got the Jag behind me there, the big Daimler.
Yeah. Is that two different things? Jag and a Daimler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you the history behind it?
Please.
So in the 1890s...
Oh, Christ.
This is how far we're going to go back.
Right.
Try to get you
get a beer.
Yeah. Excuse the cough. I've got a little bit of a cough because I've quit smoking.
Right.
Because it all comes out of you, doesn't it?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. But we'll go into that later. In the 1890s, Daimler were making real, for royalty cars, high-end stuff. They were like the boys. They were the ones making proper good stuff in the UK. They were like, we're going to make great cars.
Yeah.
And they went into that, for the next 50 years, 60 years, they developed and created this amazing, so many, Daimler Dart, some of the most coolest, old cars.
Thing, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, really, really good stuff. And they were just amazing car manufacturer.
Yeah.
And their sort of niche was, we're going to make high-end, luxury, reliable performance, all this sort of stuff. Great, brilliant. Then Jag came along, and Jaguar were like, yeah, we love all that stuff as well, but we're going to make sportier stuff. We're going to do a bit of motorsport, that type of thing. Fine. And then in the 1960s, Jag had a much bigger market share. So Jag were like, tell you what, Daimler, can we buy you? And then you could have we'll do share builds, so you can take our cars and you can sort of jazz them up a bit, make them a bit nicer.
Is that like Vandenpla? Or is that a designer Pininfarina type? That's different, isn't it?
Well, kind of, yeah. It's not the same. I don't think Vandenplas was its own specific
Never made
thing.
their own cars?
No.
Okay, that is different.
So, they might have done, I don't know, I'm not sure. Not the same sort of situation as Daimler anyway.
Yeah.
But then Daimler have come along then and gone, right, we're happy to sort of come into your company. And then British Leyland absorbed Jaguar and Daimler, and it all went downhill from there.
Yeah.
And just over time, Daimler started doing less and less with cars, and they made their last car in 2009.
Is that right?
Yeah, Daimler made the last car in 2009, and it was just a
What
Jaguar.
was it?
It was just a Jaguar XJ6, I think it was, just in Daimler clothes. It was almost identical, but they just couldn't sell them because what was the point? Just spend less money, get a Jaguar.
Yeah.
It's just there wasn't really that sort of niche that made them that good. And a bit of an old-fashioned sort of name and stuff. People were just like, you know what, I don't really want that. I'd rather have the Jag.
Yeah.
2009 last car made, and then that was it.
That can't be. What year's that?
79, that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Doesn't look that old.
No, it doesn't, does it? But yeah, 79.
Sorry, you can't see this. Yeah, but
I'll flash a picture up of it at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What an amazing place.
Yeah.
So impressed with it.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? I do like it. I'm still, there's still a lot of stuff to do, but it's mint. And it's warm, and I've got an office. I've got somewhere to go for a number 2 if I need to. Instead of having to make my excuses and go home.
Oh, is that what you had to do at the old place?
Well, yeah, or go and use one of the portalies around the front. But it was like the,
you know, the lower decks, isn't it?
It is. We've seen that scene in Train Spotting where he's like climbs out the fog.
Yeah, I think they went fighting over the sheet.
Yeah.
No, not that one.
Oh God, it's so rough.
Yeah, so that's
but it was
good.
like that.
That's good then.
Yeah.
No, it's massive step up.
It is.
It could only be cooler if it was full of airplanes.
I mean, I don't think you could probably fit a very small Cessna in here, couldn't you, at the back? And that would be it.
A couple of helicopters or something.
Yeah, that would be very good. Well, we've got a helicopter now. Well, it's a £200 drone, but...
Okay, same thing.
Same thing, exactly the same. So, yeah.
What are you going to do, what, for cool aerial shots?
Yeah, I just think to, like, elevate the sort... You know, it's like 2026 for me is the year of, like, investing...
Yes.
You know, so I'm like spending money on this place, spending money on getting better camera equipment, which you may notice if you're watching this now, how good this looks. Does it look good? Let me know. And all that type of stuff, really. So getting a drone was part of that because Joe had always wanted one, and it is nice to get some higher up shots sometimes. Like, you know, we went to do that Austin recently. It would have been nice if we'd got... Yeah, that's... Mate, honestly, that one's done so well. Knock over my beer. On like Instagram and stuff.
I'm not surprised. It you know, when you dragged it out of that barn, it looked dead, didn't it?
I woke up the other day.
Yeah.
Did I message you the Eamon Holmes thing? That's insane. I'll show you guys now. I woke up. This is like, it's just one of those things. Your life is normal, and then one day, Eamon Holmes follows you on Instagram.
I'm not sure that's...
I don't know if this is going to work with the zoom actually, but with the camera focus, will it focus? Oh yeah, there it will. Look at that. Eamon Holmes follows you on Instagram.
Of all the people, why Eamon Holmes? Is he a classic car guy?
I wouldn't have thought so, no.
Well, in that case, it's just your good looks. What else can it be?
No, I think he might be a classic car guy. I don't know. But he's in like a wheelchair and stuff now, isn't he? So
is he?
It's just very weird anyway.
Watching a lot of YouTube. Seriously.
Might well be. But I sort of, it's just done so well. It's got, my Instagram followers have gone up like 30% in the last like 2 weeks.
Amazing.
Insane.
Oh, on that, so because we've done no podcasts for about 2 months, and what I'm always amazed at is the subscribers keep going up. So we're 3,506 subscribers now.
Bloody hell, that's good.
Great.
Isn't it? That is good.
It was great when there's no additional new stuff coming out, which we will get to do now.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing is one of the reasons why we've not put any podcasts out, because I've been working 7 days a week, 30 hours a day, that type of stuff. Really, it's been hard to find the time to just nip out and do one and edit it and put it out and all that sort of stuff. But now that we have got somewhere where all the gear's a bit more sort of set up and stuff, and the GoPro was just becoming very unreliable to the point where I was getting like dead pissed off with it. We so many times in the last year we've done like an amazing, but we were like, oh God, that was so brilliant. I can't wait to see that. You've gone to the GoPro and it's just black screen, the whole thing.
That is really annoying.
Really annoying. So it's like time to invest in a bit of camera gear. So I've spent a couple of grand on that recently.
Yeah.
And hopefully, but yeah, if you are a new subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing.
Absolutely.
And we will try and put these out a bit more regularly.
Yeah, and still do, when the weather gets nice, all of the plans of doing weird and wonderful stuff, like the Hawk last year went down really well. So there is some other stuff in the pipeline.
Of course,
we need to find a Puma.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need you to save an entire jet load of people on the way to Malaga when the two pilots die.
I can't wait to do that.
That's amazing.
I found there's a simulator like not even that far. I did find one.
Prestbury or somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not far away.
We need to do that. That's going to be so funny. And because I've moved premises now, I've got to clear the other premises by the 1st of March.
Right.
And in there is the car that we're going to do the track day in.
Right.
So that's going to happen in the next couple of months at some point. Like,
Mate, I'm going to be
booked.
so fast at that.
I reckon you will be. Well, you used to drive fighter jets.
Yeah, it's not quite the same, is it? But
I mean, it's
just going fast.
going around a track in a car is a lot slower. So if you can do the fighter jet stuff,
Yeah,
you can probably do the car round a track
there's
stuff.
this whole sort of having to go round the corner, isn't it, and not waltz off into the undergrowth.
Or flying over it is not. That's frowned upon.
Yeah, that is frowned upon.
Yeah. So you shouldn't do that. Yeah, fair. I get it.
No, so there are a few things in the pipeline, and we might do the odd nip back to the Bath for nostalgia.
Yeah, of course. I think it's good to sort of, I wanted to, with the new gear, do it all here, so I've got everything around me.
Yeah.
So we'll do that for a bit, work out how it all works, and then it's it is going to be better to be able to nip back to the bar and do it as well.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, it should be smart. But did you have a good Christmas, mate? I've not really seen you. I saw you on New Year's Eve briefly before. We just all got far too leathered.
Well, yeah.
And it's all a blur now.
It was good. Yeah, it's it came, it went. It's for kids, isn't it?
It is for kids, isn't it? What was that?
There's
Is that the alarm?
well, it is an alarm.
Yeah.
There's a leg of pork in the oven.
Oh.
And it's got to come out.
Should we pause while you nip back and sort that out? No. Will Bell know?
I'm confident that Belle will know what to do.
Yeah. Is Belle not a vegetarian?
No.
Oh, bloody hell, I thought she was.
No. No, it's just Christmas is fine, isn't it? But honestly, I think that it's overhyped. There's an awful lot. So, as you know, we live right in the middle of Chester, and it's mental. The amount of argument you hear, like coming out of like pubs and just around town over that period, because people are so stressed about making this perfect day. It's like, lighten up, it's another day. You eat a lot of food and stuff like that. I don't want to, I'm not bar humbug, but it's like, I don't get excited about it.
No, I'm not. Like, so this Christmas, obviously, Alice and I went to Rome. So we decided that it was just like, because the year's been super stressful for all of us. She's finishing off her NHS placements at the moment, and she hasn't been able to have any time off. And it's just like we've got obviously two separate families and two sides of Britain, and the option was we would have to spend all that time in cars.
Yeah.
We just have to be going up and down the UK all the time, visiting people, all this sort of stuff. And we're just like, do you know what? Fuck everyone. Let's go and do something for us.
Yeah.
And like, I've not been on holiday forever.
Yeah.
And it was only 4 nights, and we were there from 22nd to the 23rd to the 27th, and it was amazing. It was so good.
Were you good at it?
Yeah, really good. And
Did you go to like the Acropolis and the Trevi Fountain? And
it's all bullshit, man. I'm telling you now.
It wasn't there?
Yeah, but I'm telling you now, Rome, pack of lies, mate. Pack of lies. So it's difficult, yeah. I was saying to Alice at the time, it's difficult when I grew up, as you did, in a sleepy little Welsh village, right? The cottage, the small house that I grew up in is older than most things in Rome. So like you walk around, you look at it and someone's like, God, 400 years ago, this, and it's like, and? I grew up in a house from that. It's not that impressive. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, they do have the old stuff.
So the really old stuff.
But we do just.
So the really old stuff, you've got like, oh, look at the Colosseum, and it's just fucking packed with idiots, isn't it? So many American tourists as well. It was unreal. But it was just packed wall to wall with people. You're like, on Christmas Day, we went for this big fucking tour and stuff, and you're like, and it's just like, this is crazy. People everywhere, and like you're looking at this stuff, and you could walk a mile up the road here and see things from the same time period. And it's like, fucking hell, come all the way to Rome. But no, it's nice, but like there's no greenery. yeah? There's like one park in Rome,
Right.
And apart from that, there is no little patches of grass. There is no trees. There is
Well, it's
nothing.
hot there, isn't it?
Super hot. But
Yeah.
like, there is a big green park.
Yeah.
And like, you know, but it's just this hen bit, and I don't like places like that. I just don't. Like, again, you know, growing up in Wales and stuff, and you've got the rolling hills and things behind you.
Yeah.
When you go somewhere and it is like a concrete paradise,
Yeah.
you're just like not interested.
When's
in
it
this.
going to rain?
Yeah, and when you've seen one painted ceiling, Wynne, you've seen them all. I'm telling you now.
So you're not a big fan of frescoes, then?
You know, they all level that you're like, oh God, yeah, bloody hell, my neck hurts now.
I think 4 days was plenty, to be honest.
Yeah, we saw the Pope in person.
Did you?
Yeah,
What
so
did he say to you?
Well, so we went to, again,
Does he subscribe to Taste of Classics?
I should have asked
Wouldn't
him.
surprised me.
Alice and I are not religious,
Right.
like, you know, but we thought it'd be funny on Christmas Eve to go to Christmas Eve Mass at the Vatican.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're like, let's, you know, it's a once in a lifetime thing. We're there over Christmas. Let's go to, you know, midnight Mass at the Vatican. So we're like, amazing. St. Peter's Basilica,
Right.
which is their church. Again, it's all like, they talk about this like ancient church and ancient, that was all fucking knocked down a long time ago. And then, to be fair, a long time ago again, it was rebuilt and stuff. And you look at it and it's all like, it looks like everything's like the walls of this industrial unit.
Breeze block.
Yeah, it's just these granted, a bit nicer than a breeze block, but it's just these big slabs of this. So it's this special concrete that the Romans used. I don't know what it's called. It's
Papal concrete.
Is that what it is?
No.
I
made that up.
It looks like plaster of Paris, really.
Okay.
It's just, and everything's made out of it. And it's just all these huge structures and these things. But it is very, very nice, and you can appreciate it. But I think when you come from a country, you know, as beautiful as ours, and you're growing up in North, and you're seeing what you're seeing, I don't like Dubai and stuff like that, which we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And
I'm not a fan. It's like, I get it, but it's just, so there's materialism. Well, you know, we like old airplanes and classic cars, you know, and Dubai is the opposite of that, isn't it? It's just like everything's shiny, new, you know, just because the police have Lamborghinis, that's another thing. But yeah, it's not for me.
No.
You know, used to be desert. Like if everybody moved out of Dubai, you know, post-apocalypse, that place would be desert again within 10 years, wouldn't it?
yeah,
5 probably.
absolutely, yeah. It's very weird.
Yeah.
It's a very strange place. I've had a few mates that have sort of gone out there to do stuff and things, and you have to be a special kind of person to enjoy that
and
kind of
some
life.
people do, you know. I'm sure there's people listening who think Dubai's great, and you know, more power to you. But it's not for me.
They won't be listening to this. They won't be
You're
listening
right,
to this.
you're right.
They'll be listening to podcasts about money and stuff, won't they?
Yeah. About there's
Oil.
a cocktail, and it has real gold leaf in it, and it's like, I don't know, 1,200 quid or something. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Anyway, that's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah. But Rome was fantastic to visit.
Yeah.
Don't need to go there again.
No. Done the Italian job.
Done the Italian job. All the stuff was great. One thing that like really opened my eyes up as well is you do often see this, but like, you know, you've got, say in London, capital city, and obviously a lot of money spent in there, and some of the bits are quite well looked after and stuff. And it's like, yeah, you know, it's a big tourist place, great. On the outskirts, you've got places like that are still very, very nice, and like, you know, it doesn't as soon as you go out of the border of London, it doesn't immediately go shit.
No.
Granted, it doesn't. It's not amazing, but it doesn't immediately go shit.
Yeah.
Whereas in Rome, you would literally go just past the border of the big city, and there'd be shit everywhere. So piles of rubbish on the side. It was like they took all of the stuff from the city that was bad and threw it outside.
Just outside.
So there's no homeless people in Rome.
Yeah.
No beggars. It was very, very weird. Not what I was expecting. You know, I don't know if you've been to like Paris recently. There's a lot of stuff like that there.
Yeah.
But Rome was like, there was none of it, and you kind of got the impression that they just turfed everybody out.
Yeah.
And they were just like, leave this place to be immaculate, but immediately outside was like, wow.
Oh, you're all here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it was just, there was no care given to anything. Like we were trying to get to this like car hire place, and like the pavement that we had to go on was like so overgrown and fucked and covered in rubbish and like piss bottles and all this mad shit that we had to like walk in the road, and then there was cars coming at you like, this is not good.
Did you drive there then?
So we were going to, but the hire car place was just outside the airport to a point where we couldn't get there. We were like, we were sort of like, we walked up towards this thing and then we're checking our phone and we're like, fuck, it's gonna take us ages to get there, and we are having to walk on main roads and stuff here. And they were just like, should we get an Uber to the car hire place? And then I sort of worked out, man, I was like, well, if we're paying to get an Uber to the car hire place, and then I've got to pay for the car hire, and I'd found out as well that I had to pay for all the parking and stuff in Rome, and it wasn't even next to the hotel. I'd have to park miles away from the hotel and get an Uber. I was just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So we just got an Uber directly to the hotel and fucked the car place off.
Very wise.
But
I would like to have...
Is that your alarm?
No. I would like to have heard tales about you driving around Rome, though, in a Fiat 500.
So I've got a plan.
Right.
So we're going to go to Barcelona.
Oh, yeah. Barcelona. Yeah.
Barcelona.
I love that place.
Yeah, in probably like May, something like that. And we're going to, well, we're going to have a little holiday.
Yeah.
And then I am going to leave Alice at the airport.
Yeah.
She's going to fly home, and I'm going to find something fun to drive home.
Oh, cool.
And then I'm going to drive it back from Barcelona. And I'm going to try and do that in as many things and just make a video out. It's got, in my head, I haven't worked out the minutiae, Wynne.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking something like 40-year-old rolling rules. So it'd be anything pre-1985. So I can get anything, but it has to be pre-1985.
You're literally going to go in and buy something.
Yeah, go and buy something pre-1985. Got to get home in it.
Like it. That's really cool.
And obviously, I've not got massive budgets, so just we'll see what happens, innit?
That would be very cool.
It would be quite smart, wouldn't it?
Like that.
Keep mentioning alarms, by the way. Well, mentioned it twice because I have to restart this camera every 25 minutes, so I'm just aware of that because I don't want to fuck anything up.
It's right. We've got 1 minute 58 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's good, isn't it? So that was my Christmas win.
Yeah. Good. Well, it's so nice to be doing another podcast. I've missed it.
I have. Have you got any New Year's resolutions?
Don't really do that. So don't do Christmas. Don't do New Year's resolutions.
No.
It's like, what's the point? It's like join the gym for a week.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Have you?
Stop smoking.
That's a really good one. We should probably talk about that.
Yeah, well,
after you've restarted the camera. Why have you given up smoking? It's cool.
Who's giving up smoking? No, because
you're going to die.
Yeah,
we're all going to die.
We are, but so I noticed coming up towards Christmas that two things were happening. I was starting, because it's running up to Christmas, I was starting to put on a little bit more weight again. I put on a few more pounds. I was like, oh, fucking hell. And I noticed that I was smoking, it was getting towards 10 a day at one point. And I've never been like that. I've always been maybe 3 during the day and then a few at night.
Yeah.
I've never been a massive smoker. When we're in the bar or when we're going out on the piss, you're smoking 20 in a night then, though. It gets quite bad. But usually during the day, no more than 6 or 7, but then I noticed it was creeping up, and then I was getting up and I was just like, fuck, I'd love a cigarette and all this sort of stuff. I've never really been like that. So I was like, right, okay, let's knock this on the head before it gets out of control.
Hang on, did you just say you're putting weight on?
Yeah.
Isn't smoking supposed to keep the weight off?
Well, I think what I was doing was I was giving in to all my temptations.
So you'd have a rollie in one hand and a burger in the other?
Yeah. So genuinely, like, I was just... and I put it all down to this move.
Right.
So I was so stressed out with this move, because this has been going on since September.
Yeah.
And obviously it's quite I was having to sort of maintain the YouTube channel and stuff. At the same time, I was doing all this, and it's been a huge task. And because of that, I was not paying any attention to myself. I'd wasn't doing the gym stuff anymore. And yeah, was just smoking whatever I wanted. I was eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I was just like, fuck it, whatever. So we got to Christmas, went to Rome. While we were in Rome, I had this shitty pack of cigs, and I just said to us, I was just like, do you know what? I think these are the last cigarettes I'll smoke. And then that was that. And like, as soon as I got back, one of the amazing things about her indoors is that she is a nutritionist and a dietitian.
Right.
So for me to go like, I'm going to start eating well and healthy and stuff again, she's like on board with that immediately, and she just switches up what we eat and stuff. So
it's quite good.
Managed to sort that out, and back in the gym and stuff. So big leg day today and all that type of thing.
Big leg day.
Yeah, man, fucking.
I'm on the big leg day. It's pork. It's forgive me for being sceptical, and more power to you for giving up smoking, but I have heard this before.
No, I've never said it before.
We literally went out to dinner, me, you and Alid, and you said, I've given up smoking, and about 40 minutes later, we were in the bar and you were smoking.
Yeah, but that's before times.
Oh, right, before you really gave up. So this time you said, no, I'm giving up smoking, as opposed to just saying I'm giving up smoking.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
It's meaning it, isn't it?
Completely different.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is, well, that's better. People see those pictures and there's like people who jump on the stools and like the spike comes up. Like,
yeah.
I thought that was going to happen. But yeah, just like it is better not smoking.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I'm not a smoker, not a smirker.
You never have been?
Never have been. I tried really hard. I found my stepfather's filterless. It had a picture of a sailor on it. I don't know what it was. And I nearly coughed myself inside out, and I thought, that's not for me. It's not for me. It doesn't work. I don't know how they do it, which is probably a good thing in a way. But yeah, that was that.
Well, not smoking for a couple of weeks now has meant that I am coughing it all out. So like I've got like this horrible gravelly cough because it's all the shit comes out your lungs, isn't it?
Okay. Is that normal? The good thing about giving up smoking is apparently within a few months, your lungs regenerate, don't they? They go all pink and lovely, and then you can start smoking again then.
Absolutely. Sucking on exhaust pipes.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be, but I've never really had that because I've smoked consistently. And I don't smoke a lot, but I've smoked consistently for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
25 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
quite a long time.
It is quite a long time. So I'm really looking forward to, as an asthma sufferer as well.
Oh, what are you looking forward to?
Not having, just being able to breathe properly.
Yeah, that would help.
Having some more capacity in my lungs.
Yeah. Have you noticed anything yet?
Well, so I'm coughing bits out, but I genuinely, like, I think it's going to take a couple more weeks before I really feel the benefit because I am still coughing stuff up.
Yeah.
But like I've been back in the gym the last couple of weeks now, just really trying to sort of take a bit of the weight off, which has happened, thank God. And yeah, I generally feel like I'm able to maybe do a bit more, and I'm not breathing out my arse anymore, and, you know.
Although, you know, you're all right weight-wise. If you're a new subscriber, I recommend you go to some of the early podcasts and you'll think it was somebody else.
I prefer that old presenter they had.
Yeah, wasn't he good?
Yeah.
That one that looked like giant haystacks. It was really good.
Yeah, fucking, I was right fat cunt then, wasn't I? Fair play. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you're happy. You were so happy.
Well,
no, you weren't.
No, not at all, no. But that was...
Wheezing and like, can't find it. Just only wearing massive grey sweatpants.
Yeah, my fucking ankles hurting all the time.
Ankles.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, and that mobility scooter.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, isn't it, going on a date with that oxygen thing, isn't it? Over your ears and down onto the back of your mobility scooter.
Yeah, and if you ever get into a bedroom, you've got to trust that your dick looks okay because you've never seen it. I don't know what it looks like. I've got no idea. It could be anything. But like now, I've seen it. I'm like, it's disappointing, but you know, it's like it's okay. It's a normal colour and stuff.
Your business is thriving now that you're not in Greg's all the time.
Yeah, but that is huge.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Were
that's what people are like, how have you been able to afford this?
Not in
Don't
Greg's.
go to fucking Greg's every day. But so what we're doing, so I used to go out and buy my dinner, even though I'm so bloody busy, we're taking it in turns at home to make a concerted effort to make
Good
lunch to bring in. Little Tupperware lunch and like portion control. So here's a tip for portion control, right? I always struggled with this.
Yeah, if you can't carry it, it's too much.
Going back for seconds as well, probably not ideal, but
Toby Carvery.
yeah, fuck, I love a good Toby Carvery. But we make the food, decent portion, not fucking out because you don't want to be hungry afterwards. And then you plate it up, go and sit down, eat it, and then as you go in and taking all your cutlery and all your pots and washing everything up, put your stuff in a fucking Tupperware and put it in the freezer or the fridge. And then there's no chance of you going and, I'll just have a little bit more, I'll just have a little bit more of that. And just a great way to deal with portion control because you've got no choice because you don't want to eat it once it's all nice in a nice little Tupperware and you know that you're going to enjoy it tomorrow,
Have
so
you
when I
not
have
got
a
a
pizza.
microwave?
I've got a microwave here, haven't I?
Yeah, well, there you go. It's just because it's in Tupperware. Snort that down at 8:30, easy.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Just take it out of the fridge at home.
Actually, I think I could go around
Yeah,
again.
but it's self-control, isn't it, you know? Because been having a lot of she's good at making snacks like celery sticks and carrots, and we have hummus.
God.
It's boring as fuck, granted.
So
but,
boring.
It's better than being really fat.
Yeah.
And do you know what the biggest difference is?
What?
Is like when I had to do the clutch pin. It's called a clevis pin or something like that. It's not. It's a fucking little split pin. Everybody in the comments, because I was just got to try and get. Someone commented, I think what you're referring to is a clevis pin. I was like, no, I think what you're referring to is a clevis pin. But like getting under the dash, I could fit.
Yeah.
When I get in the Spitfire now, it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Well, you can get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet the 0 to 60 time's gone down a lot on something like the Rascal.
Hugely
the
improved.
Poor old Rascal must have been wheezing.
Well, I had to put one of my arse cheeks on each seat.
Yeah, exactly. So for ejection seats, there's a minimum weight, So
Why is there a minimum weight?
because you can then, like the acceleration, you have to, have a bit of meat on you. And a lot of the time, see, in the medical, to fly a passenger, one of the things they can fail for is being too light.
What?
Yeah, it's good that, isn't it? And I knew this.
I don't understand why that would be an issue.
It's just the acceleration. There needs to be something. It's a little bit like, well, it's just the acceleration. Then it has to be a certain sort of weight on it.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. I'll look that up because there's got to be more
probably
to
something
it.
to do with like velocity of like the seat flying through the
Yeah, it
air and
will
like
be.
the parachutes and all that
It
sort
will
of
be.
stuff and things deploying.
Yeah, but so I can remember one of the female officers who was going to go for a flight. So and she was clearly going to be underweight. So I got her like a diving belt to put on under her clothes when she went for her weigh in.
Nice.
She was fine then. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, flying stuff. Interesting. When you met Brad, my middle son,
Yeah.
who flies business jets in America, he hit a deer the other day. Did I send
saw
you a picture of it?
Should we show the camera a picture of No, we don't need to see that, do we?
It's a little bit graphic.
It is a little bit graphic. We'll show you. Do you want to see it? Let us know in the comments if you wanted to see that, and then we'll know for next time.
So he landed at an airport somewhere in deepest, darkest Missouri or something. I don't know, wherever it was, Texas. And this deer was on the runway, smacked it with the nose leg of the business jet, the Hawker 800. Yeah.
Was it okay?
No, it wasn't, was it? You saw it.
Yeah, its head had pretty much come off.
Yeah. If it's in Texas, I said to him, surely that's barbecue material there, isn't it?
Do they eat deer?
Yeah, venison.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so, and I guess it's not your fault if it's right there. Oh, do you know there's a rule? My dad was a gamekeeper in Pembrokeshire.
Yeah.
And it used to be that you couldn't, run over a pheasant and then eat it. But you could run over a pheasant, and the person behind you in a car behind could pick it up, because it was like a form of poaching. So you
could potentially run over on purpose.
Yeah. So if you run over on purpose, that's sort of like poaching. But so that used to be the rule.
Oh my God. Yeah. Very interesting. I remember hitting a grouse at about 120 mile an hour in Mondeo. Yeah. Just an explosion of feathers.
Bird strike, yeah.
It was a full-on bird strike. It broke a fog light and the lower grille on the Mondeo.
Yeah. Well, you can imagine doing 600 miles an hour and you hit one. It does go straight through any metal. I think we've covered this, but I've got some pictures of the nose of a hawk, which is just beautiful, smooth metal, and there's a puncture hole, and this seagull went straight in through the metal. It doesn't even, you'd think it would bounce off, wouldn't you?
I think it just evaporates.
No, it's like there's enough energy, or there's enough mass, and it just, I'll get these pictures, and it came straight through the metal, the nose of the hawk, into the cockpit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, amazing.
Was it okay?
Yeah, very not. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So that happens quite a bit. Oh, so talking about, in the comments of the last one, somebody asked about the fact that the RAF are in the process of replacing the Hawk.
Right.
So the T Mark II is what the guys learned to fly a fast jet on at RAF Valley, and the T Mark I, which I flew, is what the Red Arrows use, and they're replacing both of those somewhere around 2030. So they're in the process of at the moment of picking a replacement, and so there's
what are they thinking? Like motorbikes?
Yeah, it'd be cheaper, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What about a couple of Jeep Wranglers or something?
No, but no, they're all right now, aren't they? They've got loads of money, because it's all a bit scary, isn't it? And everybody's going to war, so I think they're all right for money. So there's 3 contenders. There's the Aerialis, which is a British company, they've got this modular design. So if you're a bit earlier in the pilot pipeline and you need to fly something slower, they've got one with straight wings. It's a jet, and then as you go faster, they've got one with like swept wings. So that, don't know if that's going to work. There's one by Leonardo called the M346, and that's a really cool looking thing. But I think the lead contender is the T7 Red Hawk. It's so cool. So the US Air Force have bought it to replace the T-38, which I flew. So they've got it, and it's a lovely looking thing. Look up T7 Red Hawk. It's got twin tailplanes, fins, twin fins on the back, and single engine, but it's got reheat, it's got afterburner on it, which is always cool.
Yeah.
It's just subsonic, so it's not supersonic, but that's fine. 0.75 Mach or something, that's 700 odd knots, which is brilliant. Pull 8G, go to 50,000 feet. It's amazing performance. But that will be a consortium between Boeing, BAE Systems, Rawton, just outside Blackpool.
Wow.
So BAE Systems built the Hawk, but they will build it under license there. And Saab is involved as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, isn't it?
So I hope they pick that. So to answer your question, I have been looking at it, and that would be my vote, is the Red Hawk, which is a little bit confusing, isn't it? Change it.
A hawk for a hawk.
Yeah. But it's very, very cool and very modern. And
would you like to have a go in it?
Oh, mate, I was looking at it and it's like, what I'd give to have a little clutch on that.
Yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, really cool. So there's a few videos on YouTube about the first test flights, and it looks really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really wish we could talk about your work, I keep stopping myself going, no.
Well, yeah, it's drones, isn't it? Drones, isn't it?
It's drones.
Drones, isn't it?
Yeah, but like fucking cool ones.
Yeah, but there's nobody in it. It's boring, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's like, but that's the way it's going. Unmanned flying is uncrewed. It's not unmanned anymore. Because it could be
Uncrewed.
Uncrewed.
Good God. Political correctness gone mad, Wynne.
Gone mad. So yeah, uncrewed is the way forward. But I remember years ago, when I was in America with this job, they were already developing drones so you fly along in your fighter jet, and this is all in the public domain. You fly along in your fighter jet, and off each wing, in formation with you, is a drone.
So there's 3 of you?
There's 3 of you, but like there's sort of 1 human and 3 aircraft.
Wow.
And then when you get to the border of the sort of the nasty man's country, you can either carry on all 3 of you, or like you can stop there and send the drones in to do the dirty work.
Bloody hell.
Amazing that though.
That's cool, isn't it?
It is cool. But they already had that ability, that sort of swarming ability, that it would stay, in formation with the jet until they didn't want to do that anymore.
Well, that drone that we've got that was £200, it's got like a follow me function.
Oh yeah.
Which is just, that'll be what they use, isn't it? It'll probably be synced to the pilot's mobile phone, I would imagine.
That's who it was. He'll end up like driving home and forgot to have switched it off.
Two drones.
Yeah.
Going down the M6.
Yeah. But
He's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck the drones! Oh,
Yeah.
and he'll turn his Bluetooth off.
let's take out Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! I'm going to get in so much trouble for this.
Yeah.
Monday morning. Easily happen.
But that's amazing. That even with little drones like that, and that's what people do with their follow them on a mountain bike and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're going to try and see if it'll follow us, like doing some.
Around the Nürburgring.
Yeah, but like we'll find a little old country lane or something. We'll see if it can follow us in a car.
Yeah, that's cool.
That'd be quite good. I don't know how fast it goes, but we'll find out. Joe had a go of it the other day in here, but he just sort of went up and down with it, and he was like, "Oh, I haven't driven one before. I just have to,
Is that how he talks?
Yeah." He was like, "Oh, I'll just do a little bit more next time."
Oh, what a day!
Yeah, oh, what a day. So, have you sorted another timer, by the way?
Yeah, it's on. You've got 5 minutes.
Oh, that's good, doesn't it? What I want to talk about, Wynne, because I don't understand it very much, because I've not been as involved in it as I'd like. But what's Donald Trump up to with, he's kicking off with like Colombia and Venezuela and all this sort of stuff, and he's really kicking off at the Colombian president because they make cocaine over there, allegedly.
Yeah.
And I saw the most
Allegedly. I think, yeah.
the funniest clip I've ever seen in my life. It was the Colombian president, and he was saying, with a straight face, he was like, I don't know what all the fuss is. Cocaine isn't that bad for you. It's probably better for you than whiskey,
Is that what he said?
like America makes so much of. And that was his stance on it.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because Donald Trump's like, they're bringing all this cocaine over to our country and stuff, and all this type of thing. And then, our man in Colombia is just like, hey, it's not that bad, is it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Chill out, don't worry about it. But
Elon likes it.
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that's all about. But there's
Allegedly.
loads of kickoffs like that happening at the moment. But why is he bothered? Because surely all their stuff's.
Well, one of the funniest things, he took over, went in and kidnapped the president of Venezuela, didn't he, and his missus.
Well, I heard a brief thing about that.
And
What do you know about that?
well, only that. Well, he did that because he decided it was not a very nice regime, and also he could get the oil. So
You can't do that.
he's done it.
Anybody could do that, though, couldn't they?
Well, he has. So, but
You could just walk into a country, kidnap the president and his wife, and go,
That oil's ours.
Yeah, because you have been doing
Yeah.
some fucking mad shit.
Yeah.
So I'm now going to take all your stuff.
Yeah, but the funny thing about that is that he said, like, there you go, American oil companies, that all that oil is ours. And they looked at it and went, yeah, it's the wrong type.
What?
It's of a, so there are different types of oil as a crude as it comes out of the ground.
So like 2050 or like 1040,
Yeah.
1030,
Yeah.
mineral, semi-synthetic.
So the cracker plant you need to deal with that stuff in Venezuela is like the process. Apparently, this is all just what I've read. Is that they said no, it's not even worth it. It's like the amount of money it would cost to set up a plant like that to deal with that sludge is not worth it. So that sort of backfired a bit.
Oh,
So you'll have
fuck.
another look at Greenland now, won't you?
What's he going to do with the president and his wife?
They're in America. They're probably at Mar-a-Lago, aren't they, having a party or something? I don't know.
Jesus.
Let's not do politics. It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, but that I thought was very interesting because...
Oh, what, the president of Colombia going, it's fine.
Yeah, he was just like...
Did you ever watch Narcos?
No.
That was a great series.
Was it?
Yeah, really good. Really good.
But no, because it was something to do with the military and they were like stopping big ships and stuff coming over and that, and it was all going to kick off.
Well, they're doing this thing, aren't they, with they're taking out... So have you seen some of those drug-running boats? They're incredible. They look like... Have you seen racing boats with of like 3 or 4 massive engines on the back, and they're long and thin?
Yeah.
Well, some of the drug-running guys have things like that, and they are mega fast, and they just can't catch them a lot of the time, or if it's hard to stop them.
That's a good idea, isn't it? Well, I've often thought that, if you've got like, I suppose you've got air support and things, but if you were going to smuggle something, maybe just do it in something really fast, and painted black or something like that. So
and that's what these things are like. So he's been taking them out, hasn't he? He sent the military, the American military. So when they see them, they just go, they blow them up. Whoa. And it's like, hang on a minute. It's like, you're just killing people now. It's like, yeah, but they've got drugs on they. So he is justifying it, but the Congress is saying, well, you didn't say you could do that. But he doesn't care, does he?
No.
He doesn't care. He's bonkers. But there you go.
That is mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I find it very, very... it's just interesting because like I think isn't like the biggest drug problem in America fentanyl? That is like a lot of it's like comes from America, and so he's focusing all this attention on other stuff, but like a lot of it is their own doing with fentanyl and things. Yeah. And I know for a fact, Wynne, this is not great news.
Right.
Someone, a colleague of mine, someone that I know who is in the police, told me that over Christmas, one of their first like fentanyl deaths was found.
Really?
Not like close, very close to here. I'm trying to make sure I don't say anything that would get anybody in trouble, but yeah, very close to here. One of the first, proper fentanyl overdose deaths was found, and apparently it's well on the rise. How mad's that?
Yeah.
And because you've seen it all in America, and you're like, oh, fucking hell, what a load of shit houses like over there.
Yeah.
Something there, mate. Colin Day.
Glad you're as old as you are now. You're right, aren't you? Like 20 years ago, you'd be right in there, wouldn't you?
Oh, I might still do it now. Oh, to pigeonhole me like that one. I might easily get a fentanyl addiction now.
Yeah. Well, it can't be picked up by a breathalyzer, can it?
And I've stopped smoking, so
yeah,
you've always got to have a vice.
You've got to have a vice, haven't you?
What would you say your vice is?
What's my vice? Some would say cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a
How's that going for you?
Yeah, good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Sorry about that. So, Wynne, cryptocurrency, tell me all about it.
No, it's not that. You were saying, have I got any vices? And I said some people might say that. But vices, I told you about that doctor, didn't I? That RF doctor.
Yeah.
I did, didn't I?
What about him?
Well, the one who said, I went in for my annual medical. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. It's age, I can't remember what's happened. Anything, like for breakfast or anything. And at the time I wasn't drinking, and he said, do you smoke? I said, no. And he said, do you drink? I said, I'm not at the moment, Doc. And he went, fuck me, do you make your own dresses? So you've got to have a vice, you're right.
You've got to have a vice. But usually it's like, you know, drinking, eating, smoking, something, taking drugs, something like that. Not cryptocurrency, usually.
Or buying women houses.
Or buying women houses, yeah. You have got a bit of a problem with that, haven't you?
Yeah, historically. Do you want a house? Should have found like somebody I don't like and just bought them a house.
Save all the heartache.
Imagine if I'd just gone out twice, just found somebody else, you know, do you want a house?
Well, you've traded a house for a child, haven't you, really?
Yeah, that's
so
good.
Give me a child and I'll buy you a house.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
good.
We'll go our separate ways.
Because I've got no problem with the boys are good, so that's good. Yeah, it's not.
How's Toby Lerone doing on the old ruggers?
Oh, mate, he's a monster. 6'2.5".
Fucking hell, that's good, isn't it?
He's like 89 kilos, nearly 90 kilos. He's just a monster. Thank God he hasn't got my Celtic proportions. He wouldn't be playing rugby, would he? He'd be up a chimney or something.
Bloody hell, yeah. Well, what's he doing for like work and stuff at the moment, or is he like?
Oh, he's in college. He's
nice,
in sixth form college.
So what's he doing for work and stuff?
See what you've done there.
Nice, fair dues.
Yeah, no, it's good. I do miss flying, you know. Somebody was saying the other day, do you miss it? And I said no, because I said, well, I've done it, haven't I? I've done it. And then I still have dreams, and I'm flying around. It's like, and I'll wake up and go, oh yeah, that was really good actually.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah.
Liked it.
Well, you know, flight simulator could be the next one, but
Yeah,
alternatively, we're very close to, you know, a couple of airports, aren't we? We could just sort of knock on and or go under the cloak of darkness.
Steal one.
And steal a plane.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Right. I think what I crave is specifically the Hawk, and love flying helicopters, but the Hawk was amazing. It's just an amazing thing to fly. Something that's so responsive. It was just amazing to do. So after the end of every air test, you normally had like 15 minutes of fuel left or something like that. And you could just arse about. So if there were, it doesn't sound very good as a taxpayer, but it went down as continuation training. So you had to do so much continuation training each month. So just doing air tests was not all right. You had to do specific things. You had to do some aerobatics, you had to do some instrument approaches, and so there's continuation training. So it went down as continuation training, but I never did that if I was on my own. And you could get it, if you imagine bubbly cumulus clouds with like a blue sky above it, they're amazing, because as they form like things the size of sort of mountains, and there are arches and holes and all this sort of stuff, and you can just like fly around them and
That's insane.
fly through holes in the cloud like upside down, and then if you get a temperature inversion, you'll get a very, very flat layer of cloud where the temperature changes, and it's literally, you can see for 40 miles, and this thing is perfectly flat. And I would do things like fly down really close to it, then go inverted, and then see how close I could get to it, like as if it was the ground. So you have to push. So when the airplane's upside down, you have to push the stick forward, because the shape of the wings. If you just roll upside down, it'll just descend. So you turn upside down, and you push
You've
forward.
got to push as if you were going down, facing the right way up.
Yeah, so as if you're trying to like push up, but you're upside down. And you can get that just right, so then you're just flying level but upside down. And then just let it down lower and lower and lower and lower. And the rush of, because you're doing, I don't know, 400 knots, something like that, sort of 500 plus mile an hour. And then you've got this cloud just going past like that. And then you go too low and go into the cloud, and then you've lost all visual references, like, fuck! And you have to roll the right way up and pop out of the cloud again. But it was just an absolute amazing thing to be able to do.
Gee, and now you fucking answer emails for a living, don't
Yeah,
you?
doing that now. I can make a mean latte. But yeah,
That's mental,
I do
isn't it?
miss it.
Well, anybody would in the right mind. That
Yeah.
sounds like the best laugh in the world, doesn't it? Really?
So much fun. Yeah.
Pissing about in a plane in the sky.
Pissing about in a plane. It's not right, is it?
Bloody hell. They won't do stuff like that now, will they? Or do they?
I think there'll be a lot less of that. And I think that everything is more tightly controlled. And the sort of big brother aspect to cockpit recording and all aspects.
Tracking of it, yeah.
So the T1, there's nothing in there. There's no cockpit voice recorder. There was no, you couldn't record what the instruments were doing, all that sort of stuff. Well, even the T2, the new version of the Hawk, you can replay everything that happened on the previous flight, and it makes sense for the, so you can see what the student was doing, and you go, you should have been a bit slower there, a bit faster there, a bit higher there, a bit lower there, all that sort of stuff. So it made sense. But the T1 had none of that.
So you could just get away with it.
Yeah, well, nobody knew.
Well, so on that, when I worked for Volkswagen, we had two of our own parts delivery guys. You'll have seen them go around. They're called TPS, Trade Parts Services or something for Volkswagen Audi Group. And there's these two old boys that drove around in these vans. Yeah, that's all they did, Monday to Saturday.
Delivering parts?
Deliver parts in these vans. Fucking...
All over the country?
No, just round where so they came from our dealership, from our parts department, and they went out. So they covered everything down to the Clyn Peninsula, all of Anglesey, everywhere down to sort of kind of Norway, that type of thing.
And that's for local garages who needed a clutch for a master cylinder for a Polo. Yeah,
so or say like if a body shop had a car in that was smashed, they'd order the parts from Volkswagen and TPS would drop them off. Like that type. The two old boys, and they were just set in their ways. Like, you could time your watch by them, right? Good lads. They'd set off at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they'd be back at like 12:30, and they'll have done their entire route, and then they'd go out again in the afternoon, and they'd be back bang on 5 o'clock, like every night. And it's just like, that's how it is. And like, sometimes you'd have parts delivered, sometimes you wouldn't. So it's like, how do they get back at us every time? Anyway, how come they come back exactly the same time? Anyway, so that went for years. And then I remember we all stood around, because all of the vans, because I was commercial vehicle sales, like sort of manager at the time, because there was only really me there, because the commercial vehicles was quite small. And then we were stood around and we were talking about the trackers on the vans.
Yeah.
So we were like, right, this company's just come in, we're putting trackers on all of the vans now, so every van is monitored, and the parts manager flips his like computer around to show us, because there was me, there was the service manager, and we were all looking at like, could we use this for the normal demonstrators and all this type of thing, but didn't end up doing it for that, thank fuck, because I took one of them down to fucking Italy once and back, put 6,000 miles on a Passat over a long week, got a massive bollocking for that.
I'm surprised.
I remember like throwing this Passat around the Col de Torini. It was amazing, and then like got back and had the bollocking of my life because it was fucked and it had loads of miles on it. And it was, I drove it out of the place and like when it had 6 miles on the clock. It was amazing. But anyway, so he was like, "Look at all this." So we can literally see the dot on a map, and it moves and it records all the stops, and we can see where all the vans are. So if anything ever gets nicked, we know where they are. And we're like, "Oh, that's brilliant! Right, that's so great." Anyway, about a week later, both of these old boys were sacked.
Oh.
Couldn't believe it.
Were they at home or something?
So their route, because I don't think they told these guys that the vans were now tracked, right? And they went.
Sneaky.
Yeah, but for all we could assume, it was two separate lay-bys, right? And they would do their round, and they would stop in this lay-by for a kip, whatever, and they would leave. And the lay-by wasn't that far away, but it was on a proper tiny little road where no one went down, so they wouldn't be seen. And then make sure they were back just before they'd have to load up and go out again, so they didn't have to help with anything else.
Yeah.
And they were always saying, "Oh no, we need you back, we need you back," and they always go, "Oh no, just without doing them." Oh, okay. And it was same in the afternoon, and they'd just go on, and you'd see like in this report that they were stopped in this lay-by for like 2.5 hours. And they were only out for 4. They were in this lay-by for like 2.5 hours in the afternoon, and they're like, fucking hell. So they go them in through the book at them, and we're just like, yeah, sorry, you've absolutely taken the piss for the last very long time that they worked there.
Oh my God.
Which is mental, like, isn't
Yeah.
it? But it's just like how you can get away with, flying upside down by clouds, pissing about, and and then as soon as a manager in an office sees what you're doing on the screen, it all changes, doesn't it?
Well, I always said this about, you see a fast jet like flash over, not the front line jets, but the training airplanes, and you're like, oh, that looks so cool. They must know what they're doing. And like if it's a student pilot on a solo, the chances are he doesn't fucking know where he is,
Right.
or he's thinking, I think I sort of turned right there. But you've got to go through the learning process, and do you know what? They're probably a million times more professional than we were by now. And the sieving process, they're probably all graduates with degrees in astrophysics or something, and they're all really good at it. But we weren't. Well, they don't drink and fly anymore, which is quite a good idea, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. But I mean, there is a load of stuff. I mean, Rob, when I was getting these ramps fitted here, we had this huge back and forth with the owners of the building just about, I want to see the method statement. I want to see your risk assessment. I want to see your, fire control risks, your assessment, all this sort of stuff. And like, I want to see where you're putting them, are they close to fire X and that. And you're treated like a child. Yeah. And they're like, I mentioned it to the company, and they were like, fuck it, don't worry, leave it with it. And they dealt with them then, and they were sort of, telling them all that sort of stuff. But the company were just going to them saying, we're fitting 10 bolts to a concrete floor for a ramp that's not going to fall over because we've been out and we've measured the thickness of the concrete floor, and we're satisfied that it's thick enough because the little stick that we put down it, that, we can see that it's concrete all the way down. If we can't see that it's concrete,
if it was into earth.
Yeah, so that's all we need. There is no chance of this going wrong because in the last 50 years or whatever of fitting these ramps, it's never gone wrong once. And now they're having to sort of jump through all these fucking hoops. As you just said, like, look, it's this. You get what you're given. Came down, fitted the ramp, and then they all came back and they were like, do you know what? Actually, yeah, it's all fine. I'm like, yeah, of course it is.
It's just boring.
But what it meant was that for maybe 2 or 3 hours out of my day, I'm in front of the computer firefighting, going, sorry, I haven't provided the method statement for ramp fitment yet, but it's Sunday the 27th of December. I've just got back from, you're just like, it's a load of bullshit, isn't it?
I'm sure there's hundreds of people watching this who in their work have to do that whole thing, that whole risk assessment, that if you go back not long ago, you wouldn't have had to.
Yeah. Give us some examples of that in the comments. We could discuss in the next episode, because I love to hate that stuff, because it is, if we don't hate it and we don't talk about it, it will become a point where we're like those fucking blobs.
It gets normalised, doesn't it?
Well, Wall-E, that film.
Yes.
When we're in a chair just floating around with an iPad in front of us like that. And we're just like, that is our entire lives, and we have robots to do all the stuff for us. He's just got his iPad here, watching fucking videos of cats.
And they're all fat.
Yeah, and they're all fat. That's what's going to happen. So let us know in the comments if you have any bullshit like that you're dealing with in your work, and we'll discuss it on the next podcast.
Because sometimes I'm amazed that some sport, like that's why I really take my hat off to like base jumpers and like wingsuit guys who go roaring around, and motocross and motorsport, and it's like, thank God there's something dangerous left.
Yeah, but even the, you look at traditionally one of the most dangerous motorsports, Formula One, and it got watered down to a point where, like, not that long ago, all the drivers were talking about, what track was it? I can't remember what track it was, but they got rid of a lot of the chicanes and corners and stuff. There used to be like sand traps or grass or just something there. And they got rid of the curbs, got rid of the sand, got rid of the grass, got rid of everything.
So they had huge concrete runoffs, didn't they? So you could basically like screech to a halt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and or you could just cut the corner massively wide
Yeah.
and nothing had happened. Or if there was a chicane and you didn't notice the paint on the floor saying that it was a chicane, you just go straight through.
Well,
it
what
and
was
you get
happening was
penalised.
they were being penalised, but the point is like, well, I can't. There's no track furniture. I don't. How am I supposed to?
Yeah.
And it all became really benign, didn't it? But so they started putting them back in.
So yeah, started making it sort of so it is now.
Gravel
like
and-
if you go off the track, you're fucked, and that's exactly how it should be.
Yeah.
You know, it's exactly how it should be because in the higher ends of the drivers, some of them were using it to their advantage and going, right, I know I'm not going to get. He's not going to die if I just sort of force him off the track a bit because there's tarmac and stuff there. So like, let's just do some shit that isn't right, and it just makes it very fucking boring to watch.
Yeah, it does. I'm with you. There
I
should
think
be dangerous stuff. It's like, bring back the full Mulsanne straight at Le Mans.
Oh, yeah, imagine. But imagine you did that and some of the speeds that modern cars, if that was the challenge
Yeah.
for them, because, you've got Bugatti Veyron that could do 250 odd mile an hour. If the challenge was, you're doing the, 24-hour Le Mans, but you have the full Mulsanne straight, all the manufacturers would be going, right, how can we make a racing car that can safely do 400 mile an hour?
Yeah.
Stuff. I'd watch that. Yeah. That'd be great. What would they come up with? They'd be like, right, we've got a little jet engine on the back and we're going to fire that up.
But so MotoGP, I don't know if you've watched any of that. So 2025 was the last season where they had massive aero. So these things were starting to look ridiculous.
Yeah.
They had huge wings on the front. They had Stegosaurus plates on behind the seat for aero at the back. All sorts of aero bits all over. And they also had a ride height device. So when they come out onto a straight, the whole bike lowered really low, so there's less drag.
Wow,
But it was getting ridiculous. One guy, the French guy, I can't remember his name.
Jean-Claude.
Anyway, he was leading one of the GPs by a long way, and his ride height device stuck down, and he ended up having to pull off and lost the race. And I think what
Very
they've
boring,
decided, the motorbike guys, the MotoGP guys, went enough. So they got rid of nearly all of the aero. The ride height device thing's gone.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is they'll start off the 2026 season and they'll be about 2.5 seconds on an average track per lap slower, but it'll be much more pure.
Yeah,
like
100%,
motorbikes again.
yeah.
I'm with that.
I am as well, massively. It's, going the fastest round a track or anything, there is, if it was all about that, just take a helicopter from one end to the other.
Yeah.
It's rallying and stuff like that, the sliding, the flying around corners, all that sort of, gravel spraying everywhere and that. It's great, it's absolutely brilliant. That's what makes the whole drama of it, and it's a nice racetrack. But if you start to just, I think I'd rather watch a more dramatic but ever so slightly slower race.
Yeah, and you'd be able to tell.
And which is why I quite often I find myself looking at old videos of 90s touring cars and stuff like that when they're smashing into each other's sides and rubbing door handles, wing mirrors. It's so much more interesting to watch because they can, because the cars aren't covered in plastic, and these, a lot of the time now I've seen it's funny sometimes they'll hit something and you just watch half of the front bumper just disappears.
Yeah.
And they've tapped another driver.
Yeah.
They've tapped another driver and the whole front of the car is just disintegrated and fucked off.
Yeah.
And you think, fuck,
And
if that was one of
also-
the old Volvo estates, no one would have even noticed.
Yeah, 850.
Yeah.
But it's it's the same thing with if you tap them too hard, then a tie rod breaks or something because it's at the wrong angle.
Titanium things. I tell you what I watched as well. I read. I think it was Ford or Chevy have started to make composite front arms wishbones, so plastic bottom wishbones for the cars, which is the first time I've ever seen it, for the trucks as well. And they're saying it's stronger and it's all this sort of stuff, and it leads, like, if you were to smash it up a curb or something, that'll break and nothing else will, and all that sort of stuff. But you still think, I don't know, I would feel a bit weird if I was driving around with a car that had a plastic wishbone.
3D printed car.
Yeah, well, saying that's what Rob does in Bentley, isn't it? So they, part of this development that he's been doing, he's had to make a whole front bumper that can stand up to the aero of doing 200 and odd mile an hour around for extended periods of time, and change it all up and stuff. And they 3D printed the whole bumper and stuff. So and that's what he does, which I find quite interesting.
It is really interesting.
But yeah, it wouldn't stand up to much if you booted it, would it?
You can't 3D print that.
No, you can't. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got some mods for that.
Have you?
Yeah, man, got some stuff.
I saw you. You're having a terrible time, weren't you? You couldn't get any traction the other day.
Trying to get out of the car park.
Awful. That wasn't your fault. It was really snowy.
It was terrible. I kept, the exit was there at 1 second and then it wasn't the next. It was really difficult to get out.
Yeah. What mods?
So it's been doing this thing recently, right, where it will, I say recently, it's been doing this thing forever. If the fuel tank is behind your back where you're sat.
Yeah.
So if it's got a full tank of fuel, there's enough pressure from gravity to keep the fuel at the carb, right? But if you leave the fuel tank on a quarter, it's got a mechanical fuel pump and it hasn't got a one-way return valve, right?
Okay.
So the pipe will just slowly empty of fuel and it'll all go back into the tank because of gravity. So you've got to sit there cranking it for days just as it pumps all the fuel back to the thing, and it's just, I'm sick of the sound of it now. I'm getting like a bit like, I just, because it takes ages of cranking
So you've got
and cranking
an electric
and cranking.
fuel pump.
Well, so there was a couple of ways I could fix that. I could put an electric fuel pump on it, or I could put this one-way valve. Super simple, easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But I have used one-way valves in the past, and they can be unreliable. Was that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, right. The truck mods. So I bought you another beer, Wynne.
That's very kind.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
So I could get a one-way valve,
Yeah.
right, and fit that, but I've a little bit of experience with them, and sometimes they can go wrong and they can stick a pain in the ass, right? And that would be too easy. So what I've done is I have gone out and spent $2,000
Jesus Christ.
on a Holly EFI kit,
Right.
which is in a box over there. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Took your beer out then, didn't they? Yeah.
Has this come from the United States of America?
The United States of petrol.
Yeah.
Right then. You just hold that for me there, Wynne. So this is called the Holly.
Good job we don't smoke.
I know. Still coming out my lungs. The Holly Sniper EFI.
EFI, is that electronic fuel injection?
Correct.
Oh, it's a good guess, wasn't it?
It was. Have you got an engineering background or something? So, I don't need all that, do we?
Don't know that.
This is exciting. Look at all those wires.
Yeah.
How cool is that? I don't know what any of that does.
Is that exciting?
There's relays and stuff, and plus, it's going to be a fucking nightmare. So this is, oh great. Loads more wires. Oh my God, there's loads of stuff. That looks like a temperature sensor. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, that's a little computer. So that'll sit on the dash.
What? What's that going to tell you?
So that is your, like, main screen or something. I don't know. Is this sitting here? This must be it. Oh. This is the dog's danglies one. So the idea is that I've got a big carburettor on top of my V8 engine.
But that's a good thing.
It is. Carburettors are great, right? However, we don't live in Texas where you've got nice big open roads and, you know, you don't really have the sort of weather and the traffic jams that we have and sort of 2 mile an hour here and there and then your big open roads and stuff. It's just, carburetors are great, but I have to piss about with it quite often.
Okay.
It's been on there for 4 years. I've got it to a point now where I'm happy with it, but the adjustment, you're always adjusting it like, oh, I want a little bit. I've managed to get it to where it runs perfectly, but you're sort of like, if you're just stuck in town, it will overfuel slightly because you're just idling and it doesn't like it.
So it's all right for some like speed ranges.
Yeah.
Like cruise is all right.
Yeah. But what it will be absolutely. I could have it forever, but it's not optimal.
Yeah.
You know, it could be better. I do like the carbs, and I'll keep that and I'll use it for something else, I'm sure, in the future.
Yeah.
But it's also been on fire about 10 times.
Right.
And I think
That's
that's
suboptimal.
suboptimal. I think there's like a couple of little seals in it and stuff that are a little bit shitty. So it's old now, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, the idea is that you take that off. Just be careful with this one because it's $2,000, and you put that on.
That is beautiful.
So that bolts
Look at that.
onto your thing, and then you've got all your throttle connections as normal. I don't know if you can see, just around the edges there, tiny little pinholes.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's fuel injection.
Oh, squirty, squirty.
Yeah. So you'll be so with all these wires. What the fuck is that? I'm sure it'll be self-explanatory. You essentially you plug all that together.
Yeah.
And then it's got Bosch ECUE type stuff in,
Yeah.
and it will self-learn, right?
What?
So it'll self-learn. So I don't have to do nothing apart from put it all together. And then you take it for a long drive,
Yeah.
and it learns all about the engine and the rev range and load and
That's
temperatures
amazing.
and all this sort of stuff. And it will,
That's amazing.
and it's attached to a big, quite heavy-duty fuel pump,
Yeah.
electric fuel pump, which is going to replace my old mechanical thing. So that engine's fully rebuilt, right?
Yeah.
So the engine's amazing, perfect. It's
When
got,
was that? When was that? That wasn't that long ago, was it?
Like 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's got Edelbrock intake manifold. It's got some good headers on it. It's got a few go faster bits, right?
Yeah.
So if I combine it with that, I reckon potentially I will get anywhere between another 20 and 50 horsepower
Wow.
out of that. And not only that,
Probably more fuel efficient as well, is it?
loads more fuel efficient.
So it'll be like 10 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, as opposed to 10 miles to the gallon. And it will start immediately,
That's weird.
allegedly.
Yeah.
But we'll find out, I suppose. I've got an electric choke on that, which just only works sometimes. And if you rev it accidentally, it switches it off. And you're like, oh, fucking hell. So that hasn't got choke for the rest of your trip. If you've only just started up and you go to get out and you accidentally touch the throttle, it turns it off, it stalls, you're like, oh, fuck.
So in all truth, how much do you think you'll get to the gallon with that on?
10. It only does 10.
No, but what with that on?
10. It will do 10. It's doing 10 now. sitting there, and it will. If you attached all of these cars to the back of it and drove it round, it would still do 10. I can't get it to do anything else but 10 miles to the gallon.
That's amazing.
That's just all it does. It doesn't matter what. It's just got this bizarre average of 10 miles to the gallon.
How much? Have you
put
ever?
time on, by the way?
Yeah. How much did you? If you fill the tank up from nearly empty to full, how much does it cost?
It's about 100 quid.
Oh, okay.
But it's because I've got the small tank on it.
I was going to
not the
say,
big
it
tank.
sounds like a small tank.
Yeah, it should have a massive tank running along the bottom, but I took that off because I'm a fucking idiot. I left the small tank on. I should have done it the other way around, but
Yeah.
I was stupid. And I didn't think I would need such a big tank, and it was, anyway, stupid idea. But I've done it now, and I can't get another one because they're all in America. So I would have to pay to have this massive, like almost 6-foot fuel tank sent over, and I don't really want to do that.
Get Rob to 3D print one.
Good. 3 fuel tank.
That's amazing.
So not only that, it's going to start on the button. It's going to be super reliable.
Yeah.
And I like to tow with that. And with a carb, you can tow, but one of the things with the carb, and the Edel block intake and the headers and all that sort of stuff, you have to clear its throat so you've got to give it a good rev every now and then just to sort of wake it back up and clear it all out, because otherwise it on idle it just so much fuel's going in, because the carb that's on it is like a Street Pro or something like that, so it's made for going fast.
Yeah.
It's designed specifically to have your foot to the floor all the time, and that's where that performs best, is when you're nailing it everywhere.
Okay.
But if you're stuck in traffic, it just it's so rich. It's so rich, and you could go and change it, and you could lean it out a bit and all that sort of stuff, which I've tried. And then going fast, you worry about, am I going to overheat? Is there any issues here? You know, all this sort of stuff. So you just, it's taken me a while to get it how it is, and it's fine. It'll be fine as it is. But with that, I should be able to tow better, because I can go at a more slower speed easily.
Yeah.
Especially with the new tyres on. I can go, because they're a bit taller, so it's less revs and stuff.
Yeah.
And traffic should be absolutely superb in traffic. And sometimes, because it's vacuum, it's got a lot of vacuum stuff on it.
Yeah.
When I come to a stop, it does occasionally, it tries to die, and it sort of gets a bit lumpy as it's like going, oh, fucking hell, I've just been doing 6,000 RPM and now I'm not doing any. And it's like, and so that I'm hoping is going to sort of sort those carby related issues out.
That's actually quite nerdily exciting, that.
Super nerdly exciting. And another thing is as well, that it's not usually a problem, but when the engine's red hot, you get like an element of heat soak with carbs, as you probably know from the old car and stuff. So you have to like mash your foot down, try and get a load of fuel there to restart it. So when the engine's red hot, if you try and restart it, you've got to sort of go, and then you've got to get fuel in there. Otherwise, it just all disappears because it's red hot.
Okay. I didn't know that. So it's just vaporizing, is it?
Pretty much, yeah. It's sometimes, but if it's what's it called? Anyway, it does that when it's red hot. So with that, I'm hoping that we don't get the hot start problems.
Yeah.
Because if you need to make a quiet exit, right, and the truck's red hot, the only way you can get it to start is to pin your foot. So it'll start and it'll go, and fucking hell. If you're trying to get out of anywhere, quite like a petrol station or something, you don't want to make a scene.
And they think you're showing off.
They think you're showing off, and you're like, oh, come on.
And you're a bit of time.
A little bit, yeah.
What a beast.
So that is going to be so much fun. And if you do like watching the Tasty Classic stuff, I'm waiting for some parts for the Jag, right, for the big Daimler. And I want to get that video out soon, but I'm just waiting for parts. I don't want to rush it because I want to use that for a couple of months. And so next week I might start fitting this to the truck.
Okay.
So it makes, I just want to play with it.
That'd be a great video. I'd love to watch that. Are you going to make that a video?
Yeah, so it's going to be a big video of me fitting all that to the truck, doing a couple of other little jobs on the truck, because it's got 2 oil leaks at the moment, which I need to fix, just out of pipes. They should be quite easily fixed. And then, I want to get all of this fitted. I'm going to make a real nice job of it. And I've got that little screen that we saw then. That shows me my RPM, temperatures, blah, 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 everything. So I've got, instead of relying on these 1969 dials, that my temperature gauge, it's got cold, hot, and when it's like up and running at normal temperature, it just moves like there. I've got no idea what that is. It's just, I know it's not overheating and I know it's not cold.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I need to know anyway, but it would be nice to know temperatures.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, fucking hell, we do have a bit of a cooling issue, or it's running really cold, I should get a hotter thermostat. You know, little things like that, you know, it would be nice to know, because it is a fun engine, that.
And it's all change. You'll know.
I'll know everything about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So really excited to get stuck into that, which should be a bit of fun, but I might do that next week, and then that can be next weekend video.
So if we've got time, that, you know, you said that thing about you can tune it for optimum in one range, and then you go out of that range and it's like not just not optimal. So flying the Puma helicopter as the maintenance test pilot for the Puma, one of the things that took the longest was, I think there was a 5-bladed tail rotor and a 4-bladed main rotor, and it was tuning those blades for different speeds, and it's like what we try and get is a matched set of blades as far as weight is concerned, and you'd fit them, and the engineers had this rotor tuning kit in the back, and they'd get it, so in the hover there'd be one, so on the ground first of all, then in the hover, and then going forwards at, I think it was like 40 knots, and then going forwards at 80 knots, and then going forwards at 120 knots. And just trying to get it so it was balanced the whole time. And you could really feel it.
Yeah, okay.
You could really feel it. And they could adjust it. And this rotor tuning kit, and it was such an art. Those guys are amazing. Because each blade had a different color on it, so they knew which one they were talking about. And it was black, yellow, red, and blue or something. And the kit would say that you had to like take off some pitch, as in like the angle of attack of the blade, on the blue blade, and they'd go, yeah, actually, it's probably take off some pitch, but actually I'll put some on the black blade, the one opposite, and they were so good at it.
Yeah, nice.
And even though like this rotor tuning box was telling you. And so if you think of each of the rotor blades of a helicopter, 4 blades, they're 4 wings basically, but they're just going around in a circle. They act as wings.
Yeah.
And one of the things, so you can have like one blade flying higher than the others. And what they used to do is put paint, different colored paint on the tips of the blades, and they had a thing called a flag, and they'd literally like walk into the blades, like up there, with a strip of paper and go brrr, and come out, and then they could see like blue.
Wow, they could see the height difference, the blades.
But like yellow's way up there, so we need to get that to fly.
That's just idling the blades. There's no speed on them or anything. It always there.
Yeah, they're going at a specific speed. So the rotor RPM, as it's called, is different for each helicopter. So it gets up to speed, and that is its flying speed. It just stays at that speed. But if you've got one blade flying high, then it's just not an efficient way for the blades to work.
Yeah.
So what it made me think of is this thing that they'd struggle. They'd say it was really nice. Oh, so in the hover, in the pure hover, you'd be at 100 feet. And if there was 10 knots of headwind, that isn't a hover on their kit. So what I'd have to do, I'd have to go to the corner of the airfield at RF Benson at 100 feet, be exactly into wind, and say to the air traffic control tower, we're going to go backwards. So I'd have to go back at exactly 10 knots. So the helicopter thought...
Oh, it was staying still?
It was at 0 knots.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, so, and then always take that 10 knots into account. So when you go into at the 40 knot bit, then you'd have to actually go at 30 knots because there was 10 knots of headwind.
Oh God, yeah.
But these guys, I was so in awe of them that they would like work away at making this set of blades work. And in my logbook of Puma test flights, because there was lots of stuff you had to do on a full air test, but I can remember something like I think it's like 12 rotor tuning flights. So they just couldn't get the blades to balance.
Wow.
And they'd just get the main rotors right, and then the tail rotor would be out. It's like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's frustrating stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's very cool. It's probably not something that many people are aware of.
No, I wasn't until you explained it then. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Why can't you just go into space with a helicopter?
Because as you get higher, the amount of sort of molecules, air molecules, it gets thinner, and it's literally so. As you go higher, the angle of attack of the blades of the helicopter has to increase. There's a point at which it just won't anymore.
And that does it automatically as you go higher. It knows that the air's thinner.
It just has to, and you do it. The way it appears to you in the helicopter is that you can't maintain that height. So you want to maintain that height. So you pull in more lever, which is angle of attack, which is power in effect.
Yeah.
And it just runs out of power. It just won't go that high, because you're demanding a high angle of attack to get more lift, and there just isn't.
Not there.
There's just the air's too thin now.
Wow. Yeah. Is that like, do you know how far, like how high can you go in it?
I don't know.
Obviously with a helicopter, I'd imagine in a plane of any description, you could go a lot higher than a helicopter.
But same difference. You end up running out of. So the ceiling height for any airplane is that the combination of thrust coming out of the back to make you go forwards. Then the air's thinning, so you've got less air going in through the intake into the jet engine out the back. So the thrust is decreasing as you get higher, and also the amount of air going over the wings, so the amount of lift you get is decreasing. So there is a point. If you keep going up, it'll just like you'll just keep falling down because there's not enough lift to keep you at that height. So 44,000 feet in the Hawk was the ceiling for the Hawk.
Did you always, if you were flying, did you prefer being much higher up? Was it a lot more freedom up there,
No, because
safety and
so
stuff?
when you're on the edge of the amount of lift that the wings can give you, as soon as you bank like that, then that's not the maximum amount of lift. So if you imagine two massive arrows pointing up, which is your lift, as soon as you turn, those arrows get smaller because you're not presenting the full platform of the sort of aerodynamic surfaces. You're actually, in effect, you're making that smaller, even because it's on an angle like that. If you imagine that, as soon as I do that, if you go from there to there, that's the amount of the chord length, if you like, of the wing is much smaller. So you're reducing so what can happen is if you're right on the edge of the performance of the wing, as soon as you bank like that, it just folds, it just departs flight.
Whoa.
Which is fine. You just point downwards and you can just pull out of it. But yeah, that's and the way you get around it is by huge, massive, powerful engines. And it just pushes you forward, and the faster you go, the more lift you get. So these airplanes that go very, very high, they're going very, very fast.
So yeah, but what was your sort of like preferred? Did you like zipping around at sort of low level where you can sort of see everything, or did you prefer to sort of be up in the echelons where you can just go through clouds?
It's two different things. Really, really high. So all cloud stops around 35,000 feet anyway. Above that, it's clear anyway because clouds don't really work.
We need to talk about the flight coming back from Rome as well. But yeah, on that note, yeah.
Clouds tend to stop 37,000 feet. Once you get them to the 40s, there's no clouds up there anyway.
Wow.
So that's fine, and that's lovely because you're in clear air. If you can see hundreds of miles, that's brilliant. But for the performance of the aeroplane, really, it's the thicker the air better, so lower
Yeah.
and faster. And, it's quite good, isn't it, being quite close to the ground and seeing sheep and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose your sensation of speed is a lot better when
Yeah.
you can see stuff flying past you.
And you know that, like when you're going on holiday to Rome, for example, and you're in a big airplane, you're going really fast, or relatively fast, but it doesn't feel like it, does it?
No. So this, I had to sort of like catch myself, but to be honest, I let myself do it because you're allowed a little treat every now and then.
I don't know where this is going.
And we were on the plane on the way back, and because I've been spending more time with you, my knowledge of flying and planes and stuff has increased. And I've just been sort of like, as we're on this plane, I'm just paying more attention to different things on it, because I was sat on the wing as well, like for extra.
Were you by the window?
Yeah. So I'm
By the wing, so you're watching lots of bits coming in and out.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. So that was something I did on purpose, because you can pick your seats, and you get, when you buy the wing, because of the doors, you get extra leg room. So just pay for, that's like 18 quid, and you can look out the window at the wings and that, and it's fucking great. And Alice tries to go by the window. I was like, fuck off. I always let you're facing the restaurant in the restaurant, like I'm sitting on the fucking wing. And first thing she'd do, she sat there, would be pull the blind down anyway, but fuck off, get in the middle. So anyway, I sit there and we're on the way back, and it's just like, it's dark, it's a night flight, and we're just flying on, and we're late, so we've been delayed by only about half an hour, but it's Ryanair, so that's catastrophic to them, isn't it? So we're flying along, and they put out the announcement saying landing in like half an hour type thing.
Is there anybody who can fly an airplane?
Yeah, like, oh please. And he just plummets, just fucking nosedives through all this cloud, and I'm like, oh fucking hell. And we're going through this cloud, and the whole fucking plane's shaking like as we're flying through this cloud. And I got the feeling he'd left it too late. It wasn't descending like slowly. He'd gone, oh, we are overshot a little bit. Let's just get down as fast as we can. Which was quite apparent with the rate that we fucking... Once we were through the clouds and we could see all the lights, the rate we were coming down to, I was like, oh, fuck, this doesn't feel good. Is that the alarm? Mm. Sorry for all our sniffling in here, by the way, but it's about 1 degrees. It's like snowing and all sorts of shit outside. So we'll wrap it up soon anyway. But so plummeting through this cloud, and I'm looking at Alice going, he's having a bit of a tough time, this pilot, I'm like, all right, he's descending a bit quick, I feel, She's just like, well, what the fuck are you on about? What are you talking about? Like, as we're flying in, and the plane's been blown everywhere, it's dead windy, and we're just like, fucking hell. I'm just looking at Alice, and I'm just going, he's struggling. He's struggling. He's having a hard time with that. And I know I'm just a wanker. I'm just an absolute wanker. And I know it. I can feel it in my bones. She's looking at me thinking, you're a dickhead. I'm like, yeah.
I know, but I can say things.
Yeah.
And they sound good.
So we're flying towards where I'm like, he's descending very quickly. I think he's definitely overshot a little bit. We're struggling to carry. He's probably not. There's probably a reason he's coming in that hot. Like, I was like, yeah, it's all right. And he fucking smacks the runway. Just fucking bangs onto the runway, and we're all over it. We're fucking, all of us are doing this, and I see it's like, oh fucking hell. You get that sensation that the plane's going to flip over.
Yeah.
Don't think they do they?
No.
But you do get the sensation that like it's going to dig in, because it's like a reliant bobbin.
It's a crosswind thing, isn't it? So it's like.
Yeah.
Can I drive it without the floor sweeper thing?
Yeah, so you've got to say, right, this is your 747 this now, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you switch the floor sweeper off?
I've just done that.
No, off.
It is off.
No. The brush is on. So you've lifted it off the floor, but you can turn it off.
Oh. What's that big fan?
Well, there you go. You could easily do the 747.
Why's it not going?
So it's got a seat switch. So make sure you, so switch it off and back on again because you might have been moving around.
Oh, here we go. That's awesome. It's got a flat spot, mate.
It has got a bit of a flat spot. It's been laid up for a few years, you know. Fuck.
That's good, that. It's got a good lock. Ooh, Jesus. Good lock on it.
Has got a good lock on it. It could turn on a sixpence, that thing, couldn't it?
Might as well do a bit of cleaning.
Watch out for the table.
What table? Am I cleaning?
Yeah, kind of.
You don't clean at this speed, do you?
Yeah, why not? Do you know, I'm just wondering as well.
What?
Could it take both of us on there?
Yes.
Right, go on. I'll stand on the back.
Okay.
Okay. Shit. This doesn't feel particularly safe.
It is, I'm in control.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, this could be a new winter sport, you know, like motorbike and sidecar racing.
Yeah. I was going to go through that gap, and if I'd smashed the new camera, that would have been a bit sad.
It would. Thank you very much for watching. This is the end of the podcast. Sorry if it cut any off there at the end, but I think we moved the camera. But yeah, this is the end of the podcast. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you at some point in the future, no doubt.
See you soon.
Bye.